I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on. Honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash. Got it on.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, like 20. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still play. Chill. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 18 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Aaron Donald. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Harris to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 1st down, it's gone. It's caught. Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go,
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
21. Here we go.
Here's Breida. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
11.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is Harris. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ric Flair. Hey, Shell. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Play action. It's gone. Jones has it. And he's got this down to the 35. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Goff now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Super.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff is complete to Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
49, check 49, check 49.
Here's McCaffrey. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 12-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 21-0 our score after 1. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
21. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Shift 12, fellas. Here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, Delta. I got you.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a give to Breida. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check 99. Check 99. 11. 31. Check 31. Check 4. Check 1. Omaha. Twist. Wide. Get wide. Hey, watch it. Check 13. Check 13.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. The Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Alert! I got you, son. 12.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
11. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, switch gears.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! I got 2 pump. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo looking sideline, incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
No. Sponge.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Hey, Mike, move. Oh, here we go. Oh, slam. 11. Shoot. Hey, gun.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Complete to Dorsett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's bring it. Shell. Mike's 50. I'm coming. Super one. Mike 50.
To the air again. Wrong. It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Goff now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, gone. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he's taken down inside the 30.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
We go tonight. 180. 50. Check back 50. Average wall. Kill.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 49ers' 23-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
That's it, baby. That's it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I got you. Under 10. 10. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a give running left is Breida. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
21.
They run again with Breida. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Slam. 21.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 6 right there. 21.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
65. Kill.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Seahawks have recovered.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go, G. Here I come. Check this.
Now a run with McCaffrey.
Undercut.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Squeeze, double. Here we go. Mike 50. Two.
Goff now looking to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
We'll go tonight. 180. Check back.
Goff on third down. He's got Lockett. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
180. Check. 4 down.
McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On second and 12, Goff. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Hey, Haywood!
From the gun, here's Goff. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Garoppolo, quarterback sneak. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the sneak is Garoppolo. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet.
21.
Coming up here on a third and goal situation. They'll try to run with Breida. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. They run through with Breida. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Christian McCaffrey, 95 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Kill. Black! Hey, gun. Mike 56. What's the run? 12. Alert 3.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. $11. 50's the mic. 11. I got him. Hey, Zoo. Tighten up. Check.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
21. Hey, wahoo!
Now it's Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
11. Switch it. Hey, gun.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Weapon.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a 1st down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Hey, Echo. Okay, double up. Hey, check, Mike. Listen.
Throwing on third, gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the return is Peterson. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now, and Carson. Chargers continue to pull away. They have opened that lead up even further. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And an alley to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Watch the run. Mike's 56. Watch a slant.
On first down, Garoppolo. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check 9. Shift. Lock. Watch twist. Check. Black. Check 99.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
2. 56 to Mike. 2. 21. Check curls. Check 31. Check 4. 1, Omaha.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Six. Hey, exit. Why?
This is Breida. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Come on. 80. Hey, we got to get the stop here, D. Check 13. Check 13.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7 and 3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7 and 3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be